Right, I know this video is going to improve your game. This is some content that I've shared with my online clients. I'm going to be covering all aspects of the game. Make sure you subscribe. This playlist is going to cover everything from driving to how you should practice to short game. So make sure you hit that button and I'll speak to you later.
Right guys, I think I've picked the windiest day to film some content. Appreciate all you as subscribers. I couldn't spit my words out. This is probably a smaller, shorter video talking about low point and how you should refer to it in terms of maybe your stern or your center point. So,
what I mean is in the golf swing, your center is obviously very important to work around your pivot. So in the backswing, we're obviously going to rotate into our trail side, we're going to shift pressure into our lead side, and then we rotate all the way through. But a good way to look at it is where your center point is in relation to your current position in the golf swing. So the low point is obviously the reference point of where the bottom of the arc of the swing is. And we know when it comes to an iron, we want the low point after the golf ball, so therefore we can strike ball on the downswing and then continue into the divot, into the mat, whatever we're practicing off. With the driver, we're looking to do the opposite, where we want the low point in theory before the golf ball, so then the drive head is working up, and so therefore we can get that sort of good launch conditions to hit a nice fast shot. So I'm hoping to achieve a fairly central position for a mid-iron that I've got. Pressure would of course go into my trail side in my backswing. I would then re-center my pressure quite early in the downswing in the transition. So definitely starting the downswing with a lateral move towards my lead side. And then I would continue that sort of rotation and that lateral to get ball and then divot afterwards. So I definitely move, in theory, 4 inches from my address position to my impact position. A way of looking at it is just where your sternum or your center point is. So if I put a club across my chest and just have that as a center, now I know that as I rotate away from the golf ball, my chest obviously works, and you can see that the club shaft is now to the right of my center point. Now, if I'm from here and I start my downswing with my arms or unwinding my body and there isn't the lateral to start with, I'm going to start to encourage the club to low point before the golf ball. This is where my sternum is. This is going to be the low point of my arc in my golf swing. So therefore I'm either going to catch it heavy, or if I'm lucky enough to miss the ground, start to work on the upswing. So it's so crucial to make sure that in the transition we are moving into our lead side, and to really get the feeling that there is a slight sort of increase in flex into my lead knee, which therefore gets me that sort of downward blow, because not only do I want the low point after the golf ball, I nearly want the low point slightly lower than where it started. So if I go back to my club across my chest, therefore I get my rotation, club shaft has gone to the right, so therefore my low point is to the right for me as a right-handed golfer. If I laterally shift in my transition, you can see that I sort of recenter myself, so the club shaft is over the middle of my stance, and then as I continue to go lateral and then rotate, I get that sort of position where my sternum is now in front of the golf ball, which is going to give me that shaft lean that I want and get me that impact position. And we are over the flight path of Heathrow as well, so we'll let the plane do its thing. So it's just a video focusing on low point, giving you the understanding that your center point is key. And if you can think about where your center is during your swing, that will give you a bit more control over where the low point is. If you, in theory, go the other way, you can see that my center point has moved forward. Now, the difficulty is here is I've got 2 options. I either laterally go left more and come over the top of the golf ball, or what's more likely going to happen, because we're going to try and get club on ball, is I'm going to go the other way. And again, same principle. If my center point is to the right, for me as a right-handed golfer, behind the golf ball, my trail side, I'm not going to be able to get that ball divot strike. This is why if you practice and have a club or an alignment stick on the ground for your ball position, it can not only do ball position, but it can help you with where the low point of your golf arc is. Hope that makes sense, and hope you've been able to hear me. I'm going to be really annoyed if I play this back and I can't even hear myself. Really appreciate your support. Any other stuff that you'd like me to cover, please let me know, and have a great day.